No, but me want. But I am positing that I don't know. But listen, well, let me answer you, my boss. Yes, the question, let me answer you. But no, it's not a yes or no. You can't tell me if you answer. I am positing, my boss.
Wagwan!
That's for allowing me to start the show.
I saw you.
I thought you were going. I was saying to zero.
I thought you were going to go work overflow. Come now.
Yes, I want them to piece. Me now watch it.
No, me watch you. I watch Xavier. Me watch you with Xavier to you know. You see me nice to you?
Yes, that's Xavier.
So that's a conversation you never needed to. No, so you never needed that conversation a while ago. Because me watch you as well, you know. So we could have wrapped up the conversation. I thought it was a conversation he needed to do to put things over. So I was waiting for him to come over. You see me? You see how people evil?
Some phone stuff with that.
No, you see how people evil though? Because I thought you were sending things to him. So I was giving you apologize. Over to you.
Before you go.
Yes, Putos.
You met did any work or you're familiar with the uniforms?
Yeah, we used to, you know, like when you share stage, like she does one section and then hands over to you, or you know, I'm always at JCDC because I'm a JCDC baby, so we'd have chance to work together. Perhaps she introduced me, or so, but not a lot, not like Faye Ellington, because you know they were very close.
I know.
But what a beautiful voice.
Yeah. Oh, we grew up on that.
It's a shame. I know. It's a shame that all these great talents, all these people, you know.
Generational. But my interaction with her was kind of strange.
Tell me.
It was kind of like, all right. When we first started on air, while I was up at, that time we were up at Southwood Avenue.
Yes.
You know, in the early stages of being an on-air person. The company.
You did it at JBC FM?
No, it wasn't JBC FM. But
okay.
It was up there.
Okay.
So the company, they sent us on some training session.
Oh yeah, she would have been a part of that.
Herself,
Faye,
Alma McKay, and Cliff Hughes.
Okay.
But Janet, that time it just started my ear, you know.
Yes.
Fire, you know. This lady come and try.
I calm you.
You try calm me down, you know.
Because her style.
One piece of war.
Her style is sedated.
One piece of war in our training session.
Because I can.
Me and she and Alma McKay, you know. Because you know it's another old school.
Yes, kind of perspective.
Oh, for Jesus, the Maverick and them used to have
Did it work?
No, they never changed it. Because fortunately, all right, if put it this way, if I was to do an exam for her to pass me to go on air, me couldn't go on air.
No, ma, you fail, uncle.
It's because I was on air already.
Yeah.
When she was trying to teach me and curb me.
Yes.
While.
So when she says it's to be done this way, you say why?
She try to make me into this conservative, conventional presenter.
Yes.
I mean, she was saying, no, my son, that's not going to work.
Fairlington has tried that with us too. It's different. There's different personalities, different times, different.
Yeah, me and Faye had our wars, but it wasn't in a formal setting like with this.
Yeah, but you know, it's a similar school.
Yeah, similar old school.
Similar school.
And when we do that something with the gesticulation and them something.
No.
Say, no, that is a no, that is a red flag. You can't do that on TV. Me say, why?
What? I mean, you're going to say why?
Me say, why? When we look on enough channel on cable, is them something me see the people, I do people.
And you want to reflect real life, but you want to make sure it is mini stadium of life.
But you see those old school people, for want of a better term, they were aligned more with the values of BBC.
Yes.
And I remember telling her,
and that was their training.
Right, and I was telling her at the time, said, I'm not a fan of BBC. I watch a lot of American TV. That's what I told her at the time. And she never keep me. I am sure she go report me to the boss then.
Me like you. Me just like you.
Anyway, rest in peace, Lady Leonie Forbes.
I just like you.
Yeah,
Care realer than you.
One piece of war in our training.
I went
about 3 weeks, I tell you.
Yesterday, Burger King launched their 5K and 4x$1,500 and 4x1,500 meter relay. Yeah. And there's a gentleman from J3. Let me see if I find him name.
Yeah.
And he said, no, man, him don't miss you because you're comical relief.
Comic relief, him man, this I am more than that.
I laugh so hard when he says,
I am more than that.
Well, he gave me the look, you know, because your name I say a whole heap of things. You're obviously trouble J3, you know. Brian, him name.
Oh, Brian Smith.
Brian said,
I know him.
I don't. Oh, no, his eyes told me he knows you. He says, I don't miss Tracey. Tracey's comical relief.
Only Mr. Smith.
So it's a really nice launch, a really good launch.
Okay.
They're giving away like 740,000 That's
Wow.
us cash prizes,
Wow.
yeah.
All
Wicked.
right.
Over to
Brilliant.
you.
Blessings, Jenny. All right. Where we start this morning now? Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 boom, bang. All right. World T20 update. England lost to Ireland. OMG. You know, so this mash up my bet though. Come here of England. We have England as one of the teams them to stop Australia from winning this up there, you know. Eh? I know England gonna lose to Ireland. You know what that means, people? That game coming up on Friday between England and Australia is a must not miss game. Eh? But when if rain fall and wash out, because the rain seems to be affecting the tournament badly. Yeah, maybe I don't know if this is the customary rainy season in Australia, but the rain is affecting the tournament badly. Even some of the games that were concluded, they were rain affected games. Even this England game, this England-Ireland game was a Duckworth Lewis win for Ireland, because I think they put 150 on the board and England were like 100 and a little bit for 5 going after the 150 and rain washed out the game. So they went to Duckworth Lewis and Ireland were ahead at that point. But I'm sure the English must be aggrieved at losing a game like that. But the fact that they lost so many wickets, top order wickets, that's why they lose the game. Because you know Duckworth Lewis, it's affected by the amount of wickets that you lose. But I think England, if the game was played out, I think England would have won. Kind of unfortunate, but it's the nuances of T20 cricket. All right, so you know, New Zealand, Afghanistan was also rained out, not a ball bowled in that game. So the rain wreaking havoc with the tournament down here in Australia. But that England-Australia game now, no sir. That in effect is the final. You could have called it that. Because any one of them lose that gone home, you know. Because that would have been the second. Well, I don't know. Probably not, you know. With the rain affecting the tournament so much. But I think in effect though, you have to approach it at like the loser of that game going to go home. Because you're going to lose 2 games in a 4-team group. So that is a must see. I think it's Friday that game is. So just save that date. England versus Australia in the World T20. And what will be important probably is the net run rate in terms of which one of them would be ahead on net run rate in case they end up with the same amount of points. Yes, somebody tell me that it is spring in Australia and it's a rainy season. So why did we schedule the World T20 for spring in Australia when it's a rainy season? That's crazy again. I thought only in the West Indies we made those kind of brainless decisions. Anyway, all right, we keep an eye on that. So I want to turn now to some utterances by former West Indies T20 captain Kieran Pollard. He was talking on an interview. I was trying to get the interview to be played, but I asked Jerome about it and he said it was noisy, hardly audible. Like Pollard was doing an interview in some kind of, he was at some club and a lot of noise and something. But what Pollard was basically saying is that there is enough blame to go around. And obviously he's not blaming the players. Oh. Pollard being the player hypocrite. I think the players have to get quite a... In fact, you know what I did? Up on here in the comments of Kieran Pollard, I went and did a chart. Let me call it a chart. Where I kind of apportioned the blame for the debacle that unfolded as far as the West Indies is concerned with this T20 World Cup. I think the players must get a significant amount of the blame. In fact, majority of the blame. Yeah, you feel it for Phil Simmons, you know. Because Phil Simmons, obviously, you can't fire all of the players. And Phil Simmons, the ultimate responsibility will lie with Phil Simmons. So he did the honorable thing. But for Pollard to suggest that there's enough blame to go around and he's not, you know, the players mustn't get the bulk of the blame, it's hypocritical. Obviously, my defending friend them. I think the players were awful, my boss. You want to, when Nicholas Pooran look back at his performance and his leadership in this tournament, he'd be satisfied? Ravman Powell? No, sir. The players were awful and performed well below their personal levels. So in that regard, you must blame the players. They underperformed. Don't forget them leaks too. I think in this part of the world we spear players too much, you know. Everything is coach. The other day when Jamaica get knocked out of the World Cup, I hear one pundit and radio say Theodore must get 99% of the blame. We have players that sacred cows. Tapper did figure up on the field, kick the ball where Bobby Reed get for kick the goal from 2 yards out. Tapper did figure do that. Joke, sir. Joke. Because they are players and they are the star attraction, they tend to get off too lightly. Hear my blame chart for the West Indies exit from the World T20. I put 60% of the blame on the players because they perform below expectation. They perform below their levels. Except for probably who? Probably Brandon King. Did he, what was it, 1.5 century? The rest of the players, them underperform. Some of them more than some. Puran was a disaster, both as a captain and as a batsman. Who else again? Who else but Evan Lewis was a disaster as a batsman. Yeah, who else again? Who else again played at the top order? I don't remember nobody else. Brooks, all of them underperformed. And played some terrible shots. Ravman Powell was pathetic. Misguided shots, bad decisions. Players them have to take them licks. Yeah? Alright, so me go 60% of the blame to the players. And between the coaching staff and the selectors, me share the other 40%. Yeah? Fair and square analysis. The selectors were awful too, you know. Nobody feel like the selectors, because Phil Simmons resigned, feel say the selectors vindicated. The selectors were awful. When you pick, I'm going to call him name again. Mute the radio if you don't want to hear it. When you pick Raymond Reef and carry the go down on that, both you go defend, both you go try win back a World T20. Desmond Hayes should be shipped off to Siberia for that decision alone. If you carry 2 man go down, they will never play a T20 international yet. And you leave Andre Russell, who over the last decade has been the winningest T20 player in the history of T20 cricket. The winningest all-rounder, the winningest player in T20 history. Andre Russell, you carry some waste man down there, we never play international yet. And you talk about come on, man. Phil Simmons alone have to take him leaks, but also has to take his leaks. And there's a person, I say it on the YouTube channel, there's a particular individual in this equation that nobody not beating. He's an Indian. I understand he's an Indian national. In the Monte Desai. He is supposed to be the West Indies batting coach. Isn't that man getting money on false pretense, people? Where are the adjustments being made by the West Indian batsmen? When people, my dread friend run a migraine and tell me about 3 years now, about West Indian batsmen, them start the process of rotating singles and taking more strikes. Wait there. It has not happened. So the people responsible for implementing those changes and getting the team on the improve, those people have failed miserably, including Phil Simmons and Monte Desai. Probably. When the man from down Barbados name again? The big hulky bridge in at the bowling coach. What name again? Big imposing figure there. I don't remember him name. Big black brother the man. I don't remember him name. Bajan man used to bowl. I think he used to bowl a spin or something back in the day. But the bowling coach can get a blind. You know why? Because I think the bowling unit has improved a little bit. You know the T20 team you're talking. Even across all formats, I think the bowling unit has improved one. But the batting coach should get fired. The only man who would probably spearing on this process here is the president, Ricky Skerritt. Because by and large, I think most of the issues, well then, Roddy Eswick him name. Yeah man, sorry, my mistake. Roddy Eswick. Thank you very much, Dalton Lee. On top of the game as usual. Roddy Eswick him name, man. Big burly brother, they look like him, highly obese. Eh? You're not supposed to look so as a bowling coach neither. But that's another issue. That's no former coach. No former coach is supposed to look so. Not even, well, alright, maybe leave that. Anyway, so I think enough blame was there to go around. So I don't agree with Kyron Pollard, but the players are not to be blamed. The players forget majority of this blame. The only reason why some of them not getting sacked is because generally players don't get sacked. They don't get sacked like that. Somebody else have to pay the ultimate price with them. Alright, we can move on to some more issues though. The NBA last night. There was a monster game in the NBA last night. This is the matchup that some of us were hoping for in the Western Conference final last season. It never materialized because Dallas smashed out Phoenix team. Phoenix was the number one regular season team last year with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and company. They got their teeth smashed out in the playoffs last year. So this series between Golden State and Phoenix never materialized. Some of us, well, I personally said it at the time, I felt that Phoenix was the only team that could have derailed the Golden State title bid. See? So when Phoenix lost, Golden State was smiling away all the way to the championships. Well, last night was an indication of what that series might have been. I tell you, it was a shootout at OK Corral for the first, probably about 3 quarters. But after that, brother, Phoenix blew the game wide open. Yeah? Beat the Golden State Warriors properly. Pioneer, we might have to reevaluate this giving Golden State Warriors this title. Yeah? Phoenix, they are back to where they were in the regular season last year. Should be interesting to see them going forward for the rest of the season if they can stay healthy. Chris Paul supposed to be closer to 40 than 30 right now, you know. And he hit some big shots last night and made some big plays. What is that youth name again? Payne? That, I tell you something. You see that Phoenix Suns teams? That Phoenix Sun team people? You remember we mentioned about my criticism about the Lakers lacking athleticism and shooting. Phoenix Suns have all of that. Plus the guile and experience of CP3. Bad little team. Big up my friend Clinton McGregor. CP3 at 37. Yeah, man. Big up Clinton McGregor. Clinton McGregor is up at the news department, you know, people. He's an ardent Tottenham Hotspurs fan and an even more ardent Phoenix Suns fan. McGregor working on news, you know, people. He's not working on sports. But he's one of the most astute sportsmen up at the news center. So. Spend a lot of time in the sports department because he knows sports and he love him sports and he's passionate about him sports. Since Spurs start get some big liquid in the EPL, the man said, I'm done with Spurs now and I run a Phoenix him team. The man says Spurs are depressing. Brother, a Phoenix Suns him thing there now. A Phoenix Suns are safe. Anyway, Manning Cup round of 16 started yesterday. Some of the usual suspects won. Mona won. Excelsior get a win clip. Stero King up that, you know. Who else again? Win again. Campion College, rather surprisingly. And Charlie Smith ended 1-1. Ended in a draw. Today were some other big games. Woolman's Catherine, that's supposed to be the biggest of them all, I think, in terms of competitiveness. And then KC and Jose Martin. Who else again? JC Norman Manley today. Some big games. Champions League football went off yesterday again. As well, the slump of Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland continues. Man, slump. Hold on. These things that take shape now like him is a small team bully, you know. Small team bully. Van Dijk, them hold him up and rough him up round. So I think he got injured yesterday in this game though. He came off halftime, I think. I was doing some reading. I wasn't watching the game totally. I was looking at the game, but I wasn't watching it. And he came off halftime, apparently. Suffered a little. He got hit, but he also had some fever symptoms. So Pep, that is what Pep said. So Pep said, take him off. And the game ended 0-0, and of course, I think that was enough to carry Man City through to the next one. Chelsea also advanced. PSG, I think, also advanced. So all of the usual suspects. Today now will be an interesting one. Ajax and Liverpool. I think Liverpool only need a point for most of the next 2 games. Tottenham Spurs and Rangers, Barcelona and Bayern Munich. This could be the exit of Barcelona, I think. Because they need to win and hope, say, I think is Milan lose. So the dynamics there for all to see. I want to mention that former reggae boy Ricardo Fuller is now a part of the Stokes City coaching setup. I think he's involved with one of the, I think the under 21 team. I want to mention something about the D Cup too. Sorry, I skipped over the D Cup a while ago. Nobody not paying your castle no mind in a D Cup, you know. Jenny gone? Yeah, thank God she gone, because me just couldn't eat grass now. But nobody not paying your castle no mind, you know. They are unbeaten. They are scoring lots of goals, not conceding a lot of goals. And they are being coached by the principal of the Mount Pleasant Football Academy, you know. Mr. Vanny Clark is them coach, you know. And my understanding is that there's a partnership, we said it here before, partnership between York Castle and the Mount Pleasant Football Academy. So quite a few of the Mount Pleasant Academy players are actually representing York Castle. You understand? So them play some of them home games at the training center up there at Mount Pleasant. Yesterday the second round game was played at Draxall. They won comfortably. What me read a thing say Garvey Massio dropped 10 love yesterday. Or is one of them did. 10 love. They beat Belly 10 love. Defending champions. A sound out a warning. Manning's won as well. Who else been again? Yes. The usual suspects. Glenmuir. So far, no big upset in the schoolboy football. But we shall see what we shall see. Alright, we'll leave it there, sir. Lots of issues to touch and go. Give us your comments and give us your opinion and your views and your take on. And if I missed anything, just inform me. When Lakers play again? About the same time when West Indies play. We are going to pray the Lakers, you know. To see when and if they're going to win a game this season, you know. We're going for a break and then we're going to turn over the card if the show to the astute callers, the texters, and of course the poster. The posters are on Facebook. We don't get some cojones and call the show, no, man. Some of them on Facebook, man. Leighton True Blue, call the show, no, man. Every day you itch up on Facebook and hide behind your typewriter. Not your typewriter, what you call it again? Your keyboard. And drop word around there. Don't be foolish. Make yourself a man and call the show, no, Bobby Foolish, man. Test your wits against the Maverick and the astute callers on the Sports Explosion. Who else round there again? Who else round on Facebook? Well, special one round there, but him call the show, so we not beat special one. But all of the Facebook covers them. Give the show a call, man. You don't only have strength on Facebook where they can argue face to face and argue live. Bobby Foolish, step up your IQ and call the show. Leighton True Blue, call the show. Jimmy White, who are you from Jimmy White on the show? Some of them fool imbecilic argument where you make on Facebook. Carry them, come on them for the area, make we test them and scrutinize them in the eyes of the erudite Sports Explosion listening public. Morning, Cliff Williams, big up yourself. Larry Foster, veteran journalist them in the business. Tuned in to the Sports Explosion. Coach Michael Carr, big up yourself. You understand me? Entire Sports Explosion family, yard and abroad. We go for a quick break and then we tune in to the interactive segment. Soon come back. Big Bad Sports Explosion. Welcome back to the fun part of the show now, where we interact with the callers and the texters and the posters. Texters, Explosial Segment 878-0120. Make your text your post as short and concise as possible, and try to get to your point. 878-0120 for the phone lines. 920-2053 920-6441. Is your store ticket? 920-2053 920-6441. We start with Pioneer. Morning, Pioneer.
Well, go on there, Richard.
Oh, you stay. You visit the dentist already after last night, after Phoenix Sunday with you last night, man. You had no answers?
Yeah, man. No, you know watch again?
Yeah, man. Is what Clay Thompson do? Is what him do?
Him just say a few things. Him and Burk did that.
Yeah, I saw that.
The whole game.
But I never saw the exact thing that he did.
No, I'm just pick up. Alright, them got double technical for the two of them.
Yeah.
The thing. And then I guess him just say a thing to
something that he said. It's something he said to the official.
Yeah, man, him never really done.
Okay.
Him just uncharacteristically.
Yeah, because we don't have him as that kind of person.
Yeah, well, it's just the heat at the moment. And you see, a game like that last night, I think about what Phoenix was last year, and that was anticipated matchup between them and Golden State and never happened because them lose to Dallas.
Yeah.
So, Golden State have visit Phoenix first time in the season, you know.
Yeah, that's score to settle.
Yeah, man, up until that point in the game was close. That ejection basically changed the fortune of the games, and then Golden State lose them mojo. But early season, I like it. You see that, you know what I tell my brethren?
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole lot of, imagine, that was Golden State and Phoenix last night. Imagine what it's going to be like when Dallas meets Phoenix. Again.
It's another grudge matchup.
Throughout the whole season this year, you're going to have these
Yeah, man.
Imagine what it's gonna be when Golden State meet Grizzlies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Go over the East now and imagine what it's gonna be like when Boston meets the Nets.
It's gonna be all war, man.
Tonight you have, and tonight 6:30, and me and my virgin them over here, I'm sure we are going to watch along to that thing. So
Giannis
versus KD tonight.
Yeah, we want to watch that too. We want to watch that.
So, through the season, virgin.
Yeah, man. Some nice matchups.
A whole lot. And when you look on the league this year, and look on how the teams are made up.
Yeah.
There seems to be a greater parity in the league this year.
Yeah.
And even some of the teams them are people now look at.
Yeah, that will lend for a competitive season. You know when some of them seasons where they just can't wait for the playoffs come. This year we are going to have interest in the regular season.
Yeah, man, the regular season this year are full of intrigue, are full of these big marquee games that are full of these heated clash like the one we had last night.
Yeah, man.
See, and it all means that the whole regular season will come like a playoff with a playoff atmosphere.
Love that.
See, so, but you're a team now, the Lakers, boy.
No, man, we don't know if them can win a game. LeBron average 30 for the season. And Lakers finish.
I'm not get him numbers. He more pass the score in get the score in record this year. And
let me get this straight. There's no chance of any major changes to that roster.
Except the man them trade Russell Westbrook. And get a couple shooters.
But nobody don't want him. Nobody don't
want him. I mean, the man even things say, me man say yesterday, say, Phoenix more interested in the 2 picks. But them not get from the Lakers than Russell Westbrook.
Rather than, my God.
And these are 2 picks, one at 26 and one at, I think one at 26 and one at 28. So the man them
you mean 2026? 2026?
Something like so. Man, don't put me on it. But the first one is not within the next 2 years.
Well, pioneer.
And then the next one at like another 2 years after that.
Man, if you hear me, I think it was yesterday, you know. On Monday, you know, I made the case say, while you were making that comparison between Westbrook and Draymond Green, maybe you never framed the thing.
No, man, my argument not change. I'm never getting that, but my argument stands.
But me understand now what you were trying to say then.
Me they don't see
put it away there.
But as I say, a lot of you guys were bamboozled by the triple-double stat. Anyway, there you have another score for second.
Yes, man. Try as you might, man.
Hold on. Let me settle it with a virgin first. Me beat when I'm on a rate on the program, you know. I mean, him come on for me a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a couple of weeks ago. Harry Potter, Mr. Uppy. Yeah, man.
Smartest man on the show, man.
Now, I'm not rating to Potter. I have time for Potter. But me, Potter come on for me a couple of weeks ago when you have a conversation about the development thing in a football. And I said, boy, I'm a drop the levels, that's all. But me hear Potter with a thing last week, when you hear him. Potter says, and you agree with him too. Potter says, music can influence people to do everything. I'll take Molly and do a bag of things, bleach them skin and
all kind of little things, yeah.
Yeah, man, take by the way, Potter, taking Molly is a crime and some other things are criminal.
No, man, so what's smoking that spliff a couple of years ago?
Yeah, man, saying, but Potter said, music can influence everybody to do that, but it can't influence everybody to hard.
Well, he never say it as extreme as that, but
I
totally understand what I'm saying.
He said, stop a certain thing.
Yeah.
Virgin, never stop it.
I'm not saying word it, man. All right, music it is easily understandable that music can make a man buy an extra pair of Clarks. Bleach him skin. Probably take some Molly. Probably drink a particular drink rather than another one. But for stretch, music are gonna make a straight and narrow you turn to crime. A stretch.
No, nobody never said that. Nobody said that. No, that's not the thing when the love goes.
That Potter say?
No, all right. I want to talk to the public when I say that.
That Potter say, I agree with you.
There are some people who have the notion that music is entertainment.
That's what it is.
No, but hold on, King. Music might and stop it. And that's not true. Music is whatever you want it to be. If somebody who is sick, hold on, brother. Just give me a chance, please. No matter how you're cutting a random thing in Africa, you have a style when you hear the thing again. You're jumping at the thing. Not do that, man. Please, just allow me and the public to have a little thing.
Music
is whatever you want it to be, my brethren. If somebody who has seek comfort, music is soothing and comforting.
Yes.
To somebody who look entertainment, music can be danced to. To somebody who look inspiration, music can be inspirational. How many times have we heard? We have a conversation with somebody and they say, you know, hear Spice say, you know, hear Cartel say. So music can also be instructions, my brethren, and instructions. Yeah, man. So what you think when sometimes you talk to a girl and you're probably asking, she said, you know, hear Spice say.
So
that is her taking her instructions directly from a Spice song, my brother.
So because a person say you don't hear a Spice say.
So isn't that
so because so referencing what an artist say, mean you take instruction from the artist. Me I try follow your logic, you know.
So if I'm saying to a girl, I think you should do that, and she has said Spice said, you know, no, me not that the kind of hear Spice. Isn't that her taking instructions from a song?
No, my boss.
What do you mean say no?
No, my boss. That don't follow Pioneer, man.
I'm sure.
For reference somewhere artists say, my boss.
One place in a Jamaica. I'm going to tell you something when me used to like.
It's a reach now when you talk about instruction.
Me tell you something when me used to like. I used to play sound, so you know as much tell. For a big part of my life. You know that thing where me gun salute in a dancer.
Yes, man.
See, it's the one night, me I played on a party piece. And this is something that happened to duration of my time I play.
It still used to go on a lot back in the day. Not go on again much.
It go on, you know, but not that much.
Not much.
See, I remember one time I played Shabba I'll up all of the gun them. And pull on my mixer key and listen to some man a beat shot for about 2 minutes after me tell them say, yo, me a show no how man bust shot in a dance. Pull on my mixer key and listen for about 2 minutes. License firearm holder, police and road boy around in that part. That is instructions, my brethren.
Instruction from the selector.
Instructions from the selector. So isn't that what it is? So me I said to you, no, brethren. So I want to say, see, music can't but to it. Music is important, say, no.
Hey, you realize how ridiculous you sound, man.
No, man, I sound ridiculous, man. I'm the public this time. You see, you as an opposition to a point cannot tell me I sound ridiculous.
I love you.
But the public come in and
say music and instruction now.
No, man, it can be.
Bridget.
As oftentimes I hear people quote artists. Hip hop and you know, by the way,
you know what you're displaying? You're displaying a contempt for the intelligence of the average dancehall fan.
No, hold on.
That is what you're doing, you know.
You know, I know more if I understand.
A contempt for the independence of thought and the intelligence of the average dancehall fan. You are in that crowd where I try to make this case that those people over there with your classism, you know. So they're not smart enough to make smart decisions for themselves. Musicians and artists instruct them to do things and they do it.
I am also in the crowd.
Stop the foolishness. Stop the foolishness.
Let me answer you like this now. I am also in the crowd. So I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about us over here. But guess what? I understand and recognize about us dancehall fans. We have different levels of intellect. We are at different places in our lives.
Yes, man.
And to a youth who vulnerable, otherwise, and for a youth who seek guidance, for a youth who lack the kind of proper parenting structure like a whole youth do in a Jamaica right now. Understand to them youth there, idolizing an artist, looking at the artist's lifestyle, saying because enough get a youth do that, saying that youth can also be vulnerable.
So
anything misleading.
In a vulnerable space, and him hear Bounty Killer sing about te. So if you feel that youth are gonna get up and say, you know, say this me I gonna do what Bounty Killer say me fi do. Instead of say him I go sing some song, cause Bounty Killer is an artist, you know.
Yeah.
See, so instead of that youth, say him go and try sing some song like Bounty Killer. Him decide say him I go literally do the things where Bounty Killer I sing about in him song. Continue dig yourself in a hole, my boy.
No, man. You can't do it. You know you can't do that.
No,
with
continue.
me. You know you cannot do that with me. You know so that like a fool thing we do.
What you saying is ridiculous, Spider.
No, man, you know you can't try that with some other little man.
It's a contempt for the youth, them boss.
Let me respond to you what you just said now. A lot of ghetto youth. Follow Bounty Killer, go down the line and trying to DJ like him.
Right. I agree with that.
But I said 25% I get a youth try the art.
I would agree with that. Probably more than that. Probably more than that.
A lot I get a youth in a certain space and hold on, my brethren, let me respond to you, man. You say something, let me respond. Not do that, brethren. Let's not have a conversation. You say something, give me a chance. Respond to what you say. But a lot I get a youth in a space and place in them lives, see? Where if them in a certain vulnerable mind, frame of mind. The music can formulate and help them to determine them go. In the same way, we have some people who did a fight revolution in some part of the world, and when them hear Bob Marley get up, stand up, it inspire them and motivate them to go further in them struggles and take up arms in them struggles. And the same way a youth will have vulnerable mindset who will go through certain things. Me tell you every day, sir, me tell you the word, I may hear reason private about this. Tony have a song say, everybody balling one day. There was a point in my life when that was my national anthem. It was my morning prayer. It was everything to me. I mean, I got through that thing. That song was what motivated
I want to say something. I want to say something. I just want to ask you a simple.
Similarly, my brother.
I just want to ask you a simple.
Hold on, man. Let me tell you, man. Similarly, you see, a youth who, in a frame of mind, were invulnerable to certain things. Then, especially, I'm more point out one more quick thing. I allow you to say yes. One sentence. You see, the music back then, Mr. People, you see, the music of back then, we used to more define, even the bad man tune them. We used to define them more as waistline music. We used to dance, even with the bad man tune, we used to dance it. You see, the music of today, if you how they would them do the songs and the kind of rhythm them, it's more meditational. Me have a thing where I say it's more neurological. Means it reach the brain even more. See, the music of today is more neurological.
That means it's more controlling.
It's more to the brain than to the waist, brother. And I dare you or anybody to deny that.
No, but you're implying that makes it more controlling of the mind.
Of course it can be.
Okay.
I
just want to say something. I just want to say this to you before you.
Yeah.
I think again what you're doing is kind of underestimating how serious the decision is in our youth life for turn to crime.
Not many, not to some youth.
You underrate that.
If you're predisposed to the condition, you're predisposed
and the fact that you're ascribing music so much power and influence in that regard.
Brother,
that to me speaks to a misunderstanding of the human being.
You're predisposed. It's from a youth like you will come from a rural setting, coming out of the urban area, and kind of have a different meditation. But to a youth,
the rural urban thing, they don't cut it again, you know. Because more crime out of country now than in a town.
True that. And the music is a part of the vehicle.
So that thing they don't cut it again, you know.
The music is a part of the vehicle we bring it God to you know. I mean, the music holy and soul, but the music is a part of the vehicle we bring the crime out of the country. What me I say to you know, for a youth who predisposed to violent condition and violence on him, the decision is not as hard as you want to make it out.
I get you. The debate continues. The debate continues.
I'm part of big up yourself, my general. Saying mutual respect.
All right. That's Pioneer taking a pot shot at Potter. Potter will respond if you know Potter. I don't think Potter need to respond. No. Potter was spot on. Mount Salem.
Yes, morning again, Mr.
Good morning, my Liverpudlian brethren, my fellow Liverpudlian, you know.
Hope we can take that 3 points today.
Well,
yeah, but
I think we only need one.
That's not what I really call about.
Yeah, man, talk about what you want to talk about, man.
Yeah, that statement that you read about Pollard this morning, what that Pollard said.
Says that blaming the
you remember when we were kids, Tracey, when somebody deserves something, we used to say, Abe.
Yeah, man.
Remember?
Yeah, man. You say Abe.
Right. That's what I'm saying to the West Indies cricket board now. Abe. That's all I have to say to them, because these were the same players that they went for. Because I remember on this program a few callers used to call, and you used to tell them that despite Dave Cameron,
his obnoxious personality. Yeah.
Yes. He get the first class players to get fairly good pay,
fairly good
and also under his leadership we get how many?
I think 3 titles. 3 world titles. Yeah.
Right. And I was giving some percentage this morning. Yeah. So what about Billy Haven and Keith Mitchell and his friend them? What about all
who
those
have to get rid of? They are culpable too. We should hold it against them.
Right, so if that percentage you share all over, Mr.
With the administrators.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I suppose we could for hiring, for actually, as Dave Cameron pointed out, you know, Mr. Both Ricky Skerritt, you know, and Phil Simmons were fired from roles within the West Indies setup, you know, boss.
While it is not the same thing, Tracey, but remember, you know, the same thing that you say about our team in Liverpool.
Yes.
Right? To have that continued success.
Yeah.
You have to continue refreshing the team and things.
Yeah.
After we won those world titles and the Under 19 win the World Cup, what did we put in place? What we do? What you realize what we did? We mashed up everything, Tracey. Instead of to try and work on the success that we have.
No, but in fairness to Mount Salem, look at that player like Shimron Hetmyer. He was the captain of that winning Under 19 team. I mean, look, the West Indies not try with Hetmyer, my boss. They tried it.
Exactly, but
so that's why I said the players, I forget their share a bit, you know, including a man like Hetmyer, you know.
Of course, you and I agree that the players should get blamed. I'm not saying the players should not get blamed. As a matter of fact, I will give them half of the blame.
Right. Well, we have it at 60-40.
Right. Because if you, Tracey, I know that if you were playing cricket, and you know what Brian Lara and Steve Richards and all of those guys did, you would try your best.
Without more pride. And,
right.
And I would get embarrassed at failure, my boss. That is what I think is lacking in some of these West Indies players. They don't get embarrassed and they don't feel bad when they fail. They don't feel bad enough.
Just like the football. Like the football when everybody come on your program and said, Mike is out. And you said to them, what about our World Cup campaign? What do we want Mike Cricket out or we want to go to World Cup?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So we have to decide what we want. Right?
All right.
So you come on the program every day, Mike Cricket out, Mike Cricket out.
Yes.
But what is our aim?
Where's that taking?
To World Cup or to get Mike
to get rid of Mike Cricket. Brilliant.
Because we cannot get Mike Cricket out.
Exactly.
Right? The people let the people who can get him out do their job.
Yeah.
And get him out.
Yeah.
But our thing is to support.
It's to support the football.
To support the football.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the
and not to not support the football because of who the president is.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So if Dave Cameron they don't like I'm not saying Dave Cameron is the best. As a matter of fact, I don't agree with everything that he does. But the success was there. We have relatively
Put
good,
it this way, despite all the political speeches that Ricky Skerritt made when he came into office, really, my boss, the end result is a bigger disaster than when Dave Cameron was there. That is the end result that is happening with the cricket right now.
And Jason, they were so active. Where are the prime ministers?
Man, Keith Mitchell and where the other one named Gonzalez and all them people.
I'm wondering why you're not calling them out.
Yeah, man, Keith Mitchell. They're hypocrites.
As a matter of fact, I said you should call her Raymond Rifa. Don't tell me saying you should not call him out. But call out Keith Mitchell
and them are hypocrites, my boss. They are politicians and hypocrites who should stay far from the region's cricket, my boss.
Right, and Pioneer is my friend too, and Pioneer is one of them too.
With a beat Dave Cameron too.
Dave Cameron too.
Yeah.
So let's find
They must suck salt now. They must suck salt now with Ricky Skerritt.
Come on, Carlos.
Admit your rounds.
Talk about basketball. Ask Pioneer.
Those guys wanted to get rid of Dave Cameron, you know, because of insularity, you know, my boss. They wanted for them people from down the region to run the cricket. See, they know it a run to a worse wreck now.
Right. So when Pioneer come and talk about Russell Westbrook and German Green and all of that,
yes,
ask him about the cricket now. What he thinks about the cricket now.
True.
Right. Let me give somebody else a chance.
Big up yourself, Mount Salem from Waltham. Up and running. You think Mount Salem easy?
Yeah, well, man.
Morning, Dave.
Yeah, man.
What you doing, man?
All right, I want to chime in on the influence of music on people's action.
Yes, sir.
And give me 2 minutes to just quickly make a point.
Yeah, man.
Music can really influence you to do anything. I'm going to start with the Bible.
The Bible?
There was a king in Israel, the first king of Israel named Saul. The Bible said when he had an evil spirit on him, what they would do is call young David to play for him, and it would remove his evil spirit. One of the times in his evil spirit, he threw a javelin at David trying to kill him.
Yeah.
But let me, if
and the music remove the evil spirit.
Yeah, but if the music can remove the evil spirit, the wrong music can also inspire the evil spirit.
Oh.
That is showing you the influence of music. The music was able to remove the evil spirit from King Saul. But the wrong music can also bring on the evil spirit. And let me just make a quick point.
And you literally believe that?
No, brother.
In terms of this, not just the biology of it, not just the science of it, but the spirituality of it. You believe that, Dave?
Yes. But let me make another quick point. Okay. That will help you to bring out the point.
Yes, sir.
Anything you spend the time with, it is going to influence you eventually. And it grows on you. And that is why you are encouraged before you get married, you spend time with the person, understanding who you're going to be with. And because their spirit grows on you, and that is how you become one. You understand? Anything you spend time with, anything you feed your mind on, anything you give quality time, it eventually helps to form your character and eventually influence your personality. So yeah. So what you spend, you see, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, those are the avenues of your soul. So whatever that is how you let things into your body and become and help to form your personality.
Right. So you
understand?
Yes. So
if you are feeding yourself on the wrong things, the wrong things coming in every day, it is natural to act on the things that you're feeding your mind.
So let me try and get this now. So based on what you just presented a while ago, Dave, if I put some teenagers in a classroom, just hypothetically, we put them in a room, and we play gangster music for them, school hours, 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock every day, drill it in them brain, right? Regardless of their circumstances, socially and sociologically, we just bombard them with gangster music in those formative years. You're saying it is more than likely that the majority of those youngsters will become violent.
Unless they have stronger influence elsewhere. Unless they have stronger influence elsewhere.
I'm really trying to understand what you people are saying, you know, boy. I'm really trying to desperately to understand the point you guys are making, you know.
Yeah, because
why is it? So you think that music is a major deciding factor for a lot of these people who turn into crime? That's what you think?
No, I don't think it's a major. I don't think it's a major.
So it's a minor.
Yes, I think it's a minor. I honestly think it's a minor. But you cannot negate the percentage of influence that it has.
All right. So
I think we should negate.
I think based on the discussions we've been having recently on this show, I think I have managed. I'm going to claim that for myself. I think I have managed for you guys now to back off of the magnitude of the influence. Because preacher did come the other day and he was the first one to concede that it's not major. It's not major. You're saying it's not major. The narrative was that always that it was major. And I'm going to ask you and
but this is the same thing you did with preacher. Did preacher say it was major?
No, man. He came in to point out that he was saying that no one was saying it was major.
Oh, okay.
But I want to ask you and I want to ask you and
I say it was major.
No, you didn't. No, me tell you something get to the back down after that now. Me get to the back down after that no. But I want to ask you this question though. If it is not a major influence on the behavioral pattern of the youngsters, why is the Prime Minister in Parliament taking up the Parliament's time and the people's time discussing music and the influence on people's behavior? Why is the Minister of Local Government, why is Mr. Desmond McKenzie taking up the Parliament's time to discuss this minor issue? Why is this discourse after the actions of the Broadcast Commission? Why is this discourse prolonging? Why is the top current affairs program on local TV all angles? Why did all angles spend an entire, I think it's a double episode discussing this such minute and minor issue? You all been hypocrites about this thing, you know, my boss. The fact of the matter is, you people are overplaying and exaggerating the influence of music on people's decision making. Stop it. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Do you want us to discuss the major influences of crime in Jamaica?
I thought we would spend more time to discuss those things than to discuss music.
The topic came up and you're brushing it aside and I'm addressing the topic.
Okay. All right.
Nothing with that.
No, man, continue with what?
I mean, and I give you my view on it.
All right. No, man.
So you know what I hear with you?
No, man, continue with what? No, man, we
have... if you want, we talk about the major
No, it's all right.
No, we can't talk about that.
No, call Emily and talk about that. All right, dear. Big up yourself. All right. I just think generally in this discussion, people are overestimating the influence of music. That's what they're doing. Let us not put any numbers or degrees on it now. I just think overall, when they listen to the discourse, people are overestimating and exaggerating the impact of music on people's decision making. Pioneer was I don't want to call him silly enough to try and tell me that music is not entertainment. Anyway, Norman, Stormy Norman.
Yeah, good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Oral.
Good morning, Stormy Norman.
Yes, indeed. Many things in the world have been misplaced, over-exaggerated, or,
Yes.
exaggerated or underestimated, or all of that.
Are overestimated.
But with respect to music, though, you know, it's a very complex thing. I mean, it's a thing, many facets to it, and everybody have good arguments, you know.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, there's merit in all of the arguments I've been hearing, but it's a very touchy thing. But one thing which I would add to the mix, though, is that old-time people had a better general, let me say, people like Monty Perkins, who never went to a university,
Yes.
was a very bright man,
Yeah, man.
and we had a lot of people like Monty around.
Yes.
People who without any formal
yes.
schooling, right?
Yes.
So we had I want to put that exactly as it is, you know. We had I want to say people were more educated because we have more exposure nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, we had to sit hot hours at the library for find out something, you know.
Yeah.
These guys just touch a phone and get the answer.
Yeah, information access is much easier.
It's more readily nowadays.
Them used to have a thing named encyclopedias. You remember those things?
Yes, man.
No.
Yeah, man, Britannica and all that. Yes, man.
Before Google, there were encyclopedias, you know.
Yeah, and we had to spend hours to get our information.
Yes, sir.
But I think, though, the general youth then had a more, it was just more conscious. Like we were exposed to derogatory things and know not to repeat it.
Yeah.
Know what to do, know what to drop. So we weren't easily influenced.
Yeah.
As our gullible is the word. Nowadays you're more gullible.
You think so?
Yes, oral.
You think so? You really think so?
With respect to the
But that is what I spent my whole morning disagreeing with, you know.
me live amongst enough youth, you know.
No, it's a thing that a lot of people say about other people, but they are not willing, but they exempt themselves from it, you know. Those guys over there are vulnerable. They are not as smart as us. They're not as tough as us.
It's not
they are
smart.
more vulnerable.
It's not smart. That's why I start by telling you that nowadays youth exposed to more data, more knowledge.
I think in certain aspects nowadays kids are much smarter than the ones before. They are much more exposed.
Yes.
I think they know what they want more.
They are
much more focused, and they are much more aggressive in going for what they want.
They know more oral.
So this broad-based condemnation of this generation of youth, I don't think it's fair either.
All right, it might have a little to do with a little consciousness. Maybe the church, maybe you them not go to church as often.
All right.
Because we watch cowboy movie, but we know we don't go around shooting people.
So these youths listen.
As much as we grew up on cowboy, Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, you know, Robert Mitchum, and all them guys.
Yes.
Get with it. Those were our idols. Them started with a cup on. DJs used to name themselves Josie Wales and all them things.
Yes, man.
Yes, man. But we don't go around shooting people.
No, but
so you have to know what to hold and what to let go.
I agree with you, Norman, that certain level of crime and the level of violence have increased exponentially. But my sole argument is, my boss. I am not in that bandwagon that is pointing
the whole scale condemnation.
No. I'm pointing my fingers at something like music. There are other social and socio-economic forces, my boss, that are much more dominant in that equation than music. That is my only bone of contention.
Yeah, and I tend to agree with you. Music is really a symptom, you know.
Yes,
it's
sir.
not the fundamental
yes,
thing.
Sir, I was reading something that Dr. Michael Abrams wrote in the paper recently. I think it was in the paper. I was reading it online. But he was pointing that same thing. That music and musicians of today, generally speaking, they tend to reflect more what is happening in the society than set the gauge for what is happening in the society.
Yeah, but it go both ways.
I don't know about that, brother.
Yeah, man.
People just say these things as cliche.
The music creates culture, and culture influence the music.
I don't buy that.
It works both ways. Anyway, one sentence on vindictiveness.
Yes, sir.
And that, again, continuing on the point of overestimating things.
Yes.
Let's not underestimate the impact of vindictiveness on the fortunes of West Indies cricket. And I hear earlier caller, I think, refer to it.
Yes.
When Dave Cameron wanted to be a post in the ICC,
yes,
we have to call it undermined because he was well qualified for the post.
Dave?
I think it went to Virat
But Dave was
Indian captain here.
Dave was a vice
Ganguly.
president.
I think Ganguly ended up getting the post.
Yeah, when he was trying to run for the the world post. Yes.
He wasn't supported by Cricket West Indies.
Yes.
And it was clear that it was out of victimization. Not to mention him being ousted from the president of Cricket West Indies. God don't like ugly. When God says don't like ugly, him don't mean physical features. He's talking about bad behavior.
Yeah.
I think because to beat Ireland and Scotland, we just need a little luck. We don't need,
Luck?
I mean,
Luck?
it has to be very bad luck to lose to those two teams in one tournament.
It's not luck. Say Diego, man.
No,
man. It's not luck.
I'm saying we shouldn't lose under any circumstance.
Boss. That speaks to your competence when you allow Scotland to beat you, my boy.
Right.
Yeah.
But more than that, to lose in one tournament to Scotland and Ireland.
No, man, it's an index of your quality, man.
It means God is against you. No, it means you've been punished for some wrong you did.
No, man.
It's retribution oral.
I say look on it. No, man. It's an index of so many of us doing so many things. You know what I heard this morning?
Yeah, man, the side not good, Remember, the side not good,
Right.
What about if I pick a side, I pick all Craig Bradwaite, I put on the side. As slow as them be, the other man them can't bat.
Yeah, but we
Matter of fact, if Kamal Roach, never have to nurse himself and prolong his career.
And I can tell you, my boss. There's no way I would pick in a 15-man squad and carry Raymond Reefer and what name? Carrier.
The side week.
I head of our general staff here,
you can't blame the selectors altogether because
no man can forget them licks, man.
Reefer was scoring some runs.
No man, there's mistake.
It's
mistake why I'm scoring the runs, my boss. No.
Well, yes.
No, me could have tell you say Reefer make them back runs and he cannot play a game in the world.
And I agree with you, the side not good.
Me could have said that, no man. And them called me a comedian. How I could have looked before the tournament was played and said that Raymond Reefer want to pick.
Now go make no rush.
Him not going to get a game.
Yeah.
Homie could have said that from Jamaica right as I was sitting in the studios of Hits 92 FM and Desmond Haynes them not understand the nuances. So that there's no way you can leave Andre Russell go to a world tournament and carry Raymond Reed from a boss.
Well,
we were marked for failure with them kind of decision there.
I put the thing as bad as we are, we shouldn't be losing to Ireland and Scotland in one tournament. If we lose to one of them, not to two of them.
I say retribution.
So it's retribution.
All right.
Take care.
Bless up.
Easy.
Storming. Norman. Somebody's reminding me so that I'm also sleeping on a school by the name of William Nib. Yeah, 49 goals, 4 and 0 against. William Nib doing things in the Doncaster Cup this year. Make we see them. Kemsted?
Yeah, man.
Good morning, my boss. How are you?
Yeah, man. I'm chiming on the thing where I said music and crime.
Yeah, man. No problem.
There are some hypocritical things going.
I think so.
Yeah, because let me tell you, what kind of the crime in El Salvador and Colombia and
what's the Alice cartel over there? What's the Alice cartel over there?
I think that is a question them need to ask, you know. What can remember?
Alice cartel and Skillibeng over there, my boss.
And the reason why I ask the question then is that me put up Colombia and El Salvador, you know. So we and them close when they come on to the
crime rate.
Yeah. We are like 1, 2, 3.
Honduras is bad as well, you know.
Yeah, man. Brazil makes some part of Mexico, but so more and more if on them music, why them have so much crime over there?
My boss, it is one of the most imbecilic campaigns I have admitted. Them sometimes is why you see the very thing where we are discuss crime. It's part of the reason why we not solve crime in Jamaica, you know. Because we are not very honest about it, my boss.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are being hypocrites about it, my boss.
Yeah, and
they are willing to beat down on the little artists and we are sing 2 songs, you know.
Yeah.
But the real issues, they are a set of cowards that can't address the real issues.
You know what the real issue oral? You know what is the major issue? You see the people back in the days who create that ghetto mentality, that ghetto system there. where the youth them now not really too interested in education.
Yeah.
They're not interested in things that can really make them, they have a better livelihood and a free mentality and all of those things. Those are that was where the
breakdown started. You think so?
Man on the phone.
It's
that was where that was the foundation of everything that is happening now.
Well, I know there's a direct correlation between your level of education, your level of employment, and your level of crime. There's a direct correlation between them, something. And this is not a Jamaican phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's not something where people study in economics and sociology. See,
Yeah.
so where you have more unemployed, unskilled, you have more vulnerable people that are subject to more than likely are going to end up in a crime. That is a sociological fact. Whether them are hear music or not.
Yeah,
See,
man.
whether them hearing music or not, those people will be vulnerable to crime.
And when I go to the music now, have a little part to play now.
Yeah, all right. If you
It's
want
a
to give them
valid part
that.
to
We
play
barely want to
because-
give them that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, what the music doing, it kind of create a little demeanor. In fact, sometimes when I hear a man kill him woman, sometimes the embarrassment, the woman do him something and him feel embarrassed about it,
Them they crime a passion.
Yeah, no, man, it's kind of have a little thing to do with some of the music.
Ego.
Honestly.
The music.
Yeah.
So them man, we do them something to them woman. And music cause them a kind of crime too.
Yeah, man, music a part of
Why
it.
you tell me something about
Yeah, man, me I tell you, music a part of it.
Oh,
Music is a little part of
explain
it.
that to me.
All right. You remember the song when them say books there?
Yes, man.
You remember them song there?
Woman eat out, man. A regular song.
Yeah.
But I'm from
And
what
no,
can
what-
fill up, bro.
Yeah. It's not like they listen to music and the music them tell us you have to go do that,
Hey, why though?
But what happened now, because it carried a level of embarrassment, and ego and all of them things they now develop. Because that's all crime happen, You understand what I say? Crime is a ego thing,
Yes, it was.
or
Yes,
it's an ego thing because you feel you want to have the most power. You feel so you supposed to run things. You understand? And it's the power that everybody a fight for. That is what cause crime. So you see a thing that a man might take, not say that's a simple thing. You see a next man, that is a big thing to him. And why it's a big thing to him are the type of environment where it comes from. You understand what I say? Because you what,
I hear you, boss, but...
yeah, him friend them now go say, yeah, what? You're a fool, man. You have to make the man style yourself. And you do everything in your powers now to prove to them that you're not a fool.
Fine. Them little issues that happen to, but me I try to make a connection with them kind of thing. Their music. You see, I can agree with you, that male ego, inflated ego, and embarrassment and emasculation in your family, in your community, and all of them something, But them something are no music, my boy. Them something are social realities on the ground where people face.
No,
there's another thing.
No, worry. Some of it then are the music, so man.
What is it?
May I tell you, some of it.
So when a woman get a man born, as is a commonplace one, when a man invests in a woman and send her go college and all of them something, and then after she graduates, she decides that she done with the man. She wants to step up in her life now. She'll look somebody else higher up the social scale now. What you say now? When the man they make them foolish decision and decide to have violence, a music cause that?
Yeah, man, music have a little part to play night, man. Yeah, man, may I tell you, because
which one I sang them? Tell me this kind of song will encourage that kind of something.
well, you're in the same work. When a man say, boy, me take away your girl. Me take away your girl and your girl.
Yeah.
I know
XYZ.
The money where a girl has spent for me.
Yeah.
A year money and all of them things.
Yeah.
That is the notion of quick way that they always young and talking at the remember in the world. Me from the ghetto coming from Anderson and all over.
Everybody come and tell me where them born and grow now. Man, you stop the foolishness, my boss.
No, man.
You know how long me I run up and down at Jamaica? I hear someone that tell me, you know how long me I run up and down all over Jamaica, my boss.
Yeah, but may I tell you, or it have a thing to do with it, man.
Right.
It have a little thing to do with it. Just as it have a thing to do with the bleaching, it have a thing to do with it with the galley thing. It have a thing to do with all your dress.
What's a music man have enough girl?
Yeah, man.
When many man do girl in a bongo, and that cause girl is thing in Jamaica.
No,
to
yeah, but a
explode.
part of it. A part of it.
And when Merciless say a long time we are old girl.
Exactly. Yeah, man. A part of. Yeah, man. And one burner thing now go on again and then stop them, man. So it's now start to create that little culture. Then in the system, no one.
Powerful, me boss.
Yeah, because you know, say if you live a certain place in Jamaica, if you have one woman, you turn in prayer, so you're soft.
Yeah, man. About the girling thing, all the man them are girling.
Exactly. So you're friend. And that's the thing.
But say music, man, a pick in Jamaica.
Huh? Music make what?
Man, a pick the car when you're gelding in a style. I'm a style when I'm call man gelding in. That means you know no pick in my boss.
Yeah, that's exactly why I used to say. I don't really know for the music thing. No, but me I tell you, I remember when we start out. No, me I tell you, say the thing is a foundation problem. We start from back in the day. So you say a thing like this, where it's such a big problem.
Yes,
it's a system thing.
Yeah.
It's a system thing. That's why you see so it's kind of hard to fix.
I think what is coming out in this discussion, you see, is a lack of an understanding of the wider social elements in society and how them lead to where people end up in the society. And that me not talk this of you. Me not make a general observation. Me not think people understand the wider social and socio-economic dynamics of the society.
Them understand where them understand, man. But it's so easy to highlight the music. Me don't know if I say it's a hypocrite thing. It's so easy to highlight the music.
The music is a weak fence. It's a weak fence.
It's like the cricket, you know. The man them not perform and everybody now draft for the coach.
Yeah.
And sometimes not even the coach.
While the problem is much more complex.
The problem is.
All right. Good analogy. That's a good analogy. Good analogy.
Yeah, a minute on the cricket the world.
Yeah, man.
You have to watch the minutes them that tournament, you know.
Afghanistan them.
Yeah, you know why?
Ireland.
You know why? You say T20 world. T20 give the minnows them a chance, you know.
No, the minnows can't win the tournament.
No, man, I
never win the
tournament. No, I never say win the tournament.
All right, India, Australia, New Zealand the tournament at the side.
No, South Africa dangerous. I believe Australia. I believe Australia.
If you ever make Australia come out of this group, my boss.
Yeah.
If I make them escape out of this group, it seems so they win it last time, you know. Come on.
Last time nobody really expect to win it.
No, they weren't. They just got better as the tournament got older last time and they eventually won it. It was almost an upset last time when they won it, you know.
Yeah, there were sneaky feelings about South Africa.
South Africa. Make we see some more of them. All right, big up yourself, Mr. Bridget.
Yeah, man. Cool,
thanks for your contribution. I want to say something. Dalton, like how the man, like how me that sing Old Girl is a while ago. You know, since Merciless drop out, you see, when we go on to YouTube, a lot of Merciless old-time performances and old-time show them a pop up and thing. And you know, say me never realize how some Merciless bad as a lyricist. Hold on, somebody up on the line? All right, somebody up on the line.
Yeah, man. So Merciless is a very good lyricist.
I never realized so the man.
If you have seen him on Sting over the years, and so lyrically he was on stage.
Hold on, me the other Sting that went.
I was there.
The other Sting that went demolished all of the big guns.
Right.
I was there right
when Ninja Man came on first and bring on Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. Right.
It was Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Ninja Man. All of them dead in a one that night.
Right.
I was there, but me just say, I mean. Merciless Day, everybody does have him as an ex-artist.
No, I think a good lyricist.
In the stature of a Bounty Killer and a Beanie Man, obviously.
Because of his sound, the original sound, he sounded like Bounty, and people were saying, I'm saying it was living in Bounty's shadow for years.
But what I've been doing since I listen to a lot of him now.
Yes.
I compare him lyrically, my boss, with the rest of them. Him better than them, you know. The man have lyrics, the man lyrics them creative.
No, he's very creative, very right.
The man lyrics them, but I never realize it, you know.
I knew that over the years.
Time gone, you know.
I think he has not gotten
no, he don't get something because
get a run there, get that recognition.
Him come under Bounty shadow.
Right, that's what happened over the years. He became his own after a while. People started recognizing, but still.
No, man, he's very creative, man.
Right.
I listen to some of the man. I listen to some of the man. Don't play session, them, you know.
No, wicked.
The man bad. The man bad. The lyrics, you know.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, we can go back to the caller. Caller was holding.
Tracey.
Morning. Sorry about that, Papa. Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos is an affluent caller, this man. Him credit.
Hear me, man, to everybody.
Yeah.
What the correlation between them three things that me mentioned a while ago? Tell me them.
What we mentioned a while ago again?
Me need to say something about there's a correlation between. Where did I say something about the music thing me here talk? I remember exactly.
You know, somebody say so much things that me don't remember pinpoint which one of them you talk.
Yeah, you guys say them, man. Yeah, let's say this again. You see me they are working in a Turks, see?
Yeah.
And if you look for me, you would think engineering. I'm a civil engineer, see?
Yes.
And they are run this company over here, sir.
Yeah.
Me full of tattoo, you know. 2 sleeves me have.
You serious?
The people that know me personally would have known, say, me 2 and them cover off with that too. So when you see me another,
you don't look like a civil engineer.
No, sir. Me don't look like me like corporate world, none of that.
None of that.
See? So me, you see the brother we call the other day and say, I remember who? The football analogy when used is the perfect description of the whole situation with this music thing and violence and
what did
the influence.
What did
when say, boy, you like, me will go play some ball Sunday, but I'm tired of me not want to play the ball now, man.
Yeah.
So my brethren will come and say, yo, come go play some ball.
Yeah. Okay.
But you me like ball now.
Yeah.
You can influence me to go play some ball.
Yeah.
You can't disregard the influence of music have on some youth direction, you know. Because you have enough youth out there where try to find themselves at the same time. You see what I say?
Yeah.
But you know, influence me's a Gaza man, you know. And music can't get me to do nothing when you don't want to do.
Yeah, what they say you are stronger, you have a foundation.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you now.
Yes.
You have to say you have some youth out there where not really mentally as strong as you would have take the thing.
Those are the vulnerable ones that artists.
And at them people in music no. What me I say no. 90% of it are more the social economic situation.
Yeah.
So it's more a social thing what influence people. The music have a minuscule part to play in influence. That's my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I say?
That's fair.
So this thing where people talk about the music and make the money do this and rubbish. Ultimately.
I'm going to be fearing of the argument, Turks and Caicos. A man text me on my phone the other day. He not call the show from that. But that man posited the best counter to what I'm saying, you know. He was admitting that fine. Him conceding and say, no, all right. He not think music force as much use into crime as some of the other man them I say on the issue. Like we Pioneer and the man they say. But what he thinks is that the people that are already into crime, when them get caught up in this music, they commit.
Yeah, because music kind of hype you up still, you know.
Right, they commit more gruesome crime.
It hype me up to it.
No, that is the best argument posited in relation to this issue from Mr.
No, but
I wait to see somebody that get it with. Fine, that is the point I make to him, you know. Fine.
Them people have them at intentions already.
They are into it already, you know. But the music now emboldens them.
Because a man like me who is a big cartel fan, a Gaza fan, from your youth, every cartel post line I'm your house and them things.
Yeah.
Cartel not influence me to go kill nobody, to go hurt nobody, to go commit a crime.
Exactly, my boss.
You see what I say? So, a man will have them intentions already, man. The music more have a direct impact for how them live.
Right. And so the point I make is that music
combined with them social.
Yeah, man. Because remember, say they're already into that. I am willing to give them that, you know. They're into that space already, you know.
What are the music alone?
No, they got there not by the music. I am positing that it's not the music get them in that space, you know.
But
when they're into that space, the music could potentially embolden them and make them get more gruesome in what them do.
Yes.
Which I think is the most reasonable point put forward.
But that is the point.
Music don't make no man go do them something about.
No, that's too black and white, man. People lost that. I easiest thing that to say. So that people are say.
Brilliant.
You get me? I say.
Brilliant.
All right, one last thing. Call the game today before me left. Liverpool. Too much. How you see that play out?
A Champions League this week kind of depleted. Me I go too love because Ajax no good.
Ajax no good?
No.
That's a too love. So if you buy too love, then
Ajax has struggle, man. Yeah, man.
So buy too love.
Buy too love, man. Ajax not playing for nothing, man.
Ajax not playing now, man. Let's up.
Why? If he win, me going to page him, you know. 920-2053, 920-6441. Who we got there? Burk from Tampa. Morning, my brother Burk.
Blessed family. Where I say
Blessed Burk from Tampa. Long time.
There. there clean up after the hurricane, you know, but
Yeah, still a recover.
yeah, man, still a recover, but you know, no America, their money strong, so
Yeah.
can't do them right now. You know, so everything I come together now, them thing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just want to touch a little bit on this music and this influence business
Yeah.
from last week.
Yeah.
You know, me a pioneer, I make some sort, and I can hear the passion as pioneer voice, and
Yeah.
in you know, man, think when one thing.
Yeah.
But I don't really think that music is the source. I don't think music have 5% to do with crime in Jamaica.
Thank you, sir.
No, we're a lot, when you travel different parts of the world, you know, you see crime. Like I hear a man call and talk about South America.
Yeah, on
That music
Brazil and all
influence
them
them.
places. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a brilliant question that, you know. What music have to do with the
Yes.
crime down at them places?
No. I believe that the man them just use the music like a lot of the corner themselves as a scapegoat.
Yes,
Now these politicians don't want to come out and say, well, boy, this is the social economic. Why
Yeah.
the music?
No.
The music, crime is so hard in Jamaica, right? If a man have a mentality to go do some robbery and killing and all them things, then the music giving that mentality.
No, sir.
It's just hard life.
Exactly.
Hard life.
Or just some kind of other depraved influences where I'm up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and whenever it is a lot of mental illness and all them things, you know, because people don't want to touch you over. Yeah, we say, boy, back in the day, you know, we do something and your mother will lick you with a pot and your mother lick you with this and do all of them things. Those are violence that deep down in you know.
Yeah.
So the youth them grew up with them kind of mentality and all them kind of thing there.
Yeah.
Frustration have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
So when you listen to a music and all them things there, it just give you more strength and give you more cojones to say, you know, I'm going to do this. And, you know, build you up, give you a strength to go do this. Just like when you drink alcohol and all them things there.
I get you.
Right?
I get you. Yeah.
When you're not talking about the alcohol and all them things that we are influence all these.
That too.
They must talk about the drugs and all them kind of alcohol have a lot to do with.
Yeah.
So all them politics and all them things they what them do. You know, most of it, you know, you see all the house of worship. These are man believe in the more high God, you know.
Yeah.
But you see the house of worship them all in Jamaica and all them things. A lot of them fail the youth them, you know, because all of these guys, you know, them just into it for money and all of that kind of thing. And them that doing that back in the day what the house of worship used to do for the community.
I think a lot of churches are tried them best in the communities, but they are being overwhelmed.
Yeah, but where are them? Some of them start put on the front.
Yeah.
Them do a little bit. Look at that. Most crime, you know, look how many churches in the hard hit crime here. Right?
Yeah, man, a lot of churches.
They used to leave them door open and youth them after school could come in and come chill out after school and all them things there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that contribute.
It's a lot of factors. It's a lot of factors. And I think we're unfairly targeting the music, my boss.
Yeah, and it's not only Jamaica alone now, right?
Yeah.
America, you see America, them go hard on the rapper them.
Long time.
And don't know that. Yeah, Jamaica and all of these countries, they are the one that are producing the music, you know, because of what the youth them see are going on in them communities. So they are the one, the youth them are right what they see about, and they're talking about what's going on in here, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And some of it have to be with a lot of jealousy because the man them have drive big car and sprinkling and all that.
And everyone touch on this yet. Yeah.
And you know,
that's a big part of it.
Man, yeah, man spend all their money go college and them in a certain way them can't live them kind of life, so them to always the music. And they do also with the ball player them. Because you hear people all these black players making so much money and this much, but you don't see the youth them at get up 4 o'clock in the morning and a train and all them kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of jealousy have to do with it.
Yes,
man.
sir. I never want to bring up that tonight to complicate the thing, you know, Burk. But since you bring it up, I know that's a factor as well. There's a lot of that tonight, my boss.
Yeah, kind of money in the music, man, and they still up with them girl and them can't.
Man,
they would spend all them life as study and them can't live them life. So now they're in the point of power now where they make decisions.
Somebody you them come live beside them. Become them neighbor.
Be their neighbor. Yeah, rev up them Ferrari.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing.
Yeah, man. It's a serious thing, man. So the man them can't just say boy the music. Them blame the music. Everything happen in the gun.
We need some more honesty.
If a man have a gun, me a pioneer jar things the boy him draw son and the man them break out them gun. I know the song make the man them have gun. Them have gun before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't say you order the man every draw them gun. Some man have an intention, them have an intention.
But anyway, say order the man every draw them gun. I suppose you're feeling powerful, man. If I did me play the tune of the man, I would have squeezed after, you know.
Exactly. Because just for the music.
Anybody play the music, the man with a squeeze off, brother.
Yes, man. Man, them can't look on the thing for Virgin. It's just a lot of factor deal with it.
But Burk, if we are going to solve this crime thing in Jamaica or get it to a manageable level, my boss, we have to be more honest with the analysis about it. You understand?
Honest with it. Where the gun them come from.
Yes, sir.
All you them. Right?
We have to ask
when you can't spend
them kind of question that we have to ask, my boss.
Yeah, you're spending more money to keep a youth in a prison and all them things that
yes, sir.
For the medication.
The justice system, when the man them go in for some serious crime, to talk by them fancy lawyer and them back in the streets. You get
back in the street?
Back in the street.
Right,
them kind of question that we have to address, brother. Yeah.
Let me show you a thing over here, Oral.
Yeah.
When I'm a daughter, when I'm a daughter, I have a stock, seeing right now in America, you can buy stock in a prison system.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
A big investment.
You can buy stock investment in the prison system. Yeah. And my daughter get on me and say, Daddy, you should get rid of that stock because you're contributing to putting the black youth them in prison because they have to have bodies.
Yes.
I mean, look into that and say, you know something, man, I sell the stock.
You sell it?
Because, yes, man, invest it and see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you can buy stocks in the prison because most of the prisons over here now are private.
Private, yeah.
Private. So that's why a lot of the man, them vexed the other day. Them vexed the other day when Biden said, Russia, youth where they are prison for weed, let them out.
Let them out, yes.
So it's a big war.
So it's a business now.
It's a business. Wow. And the same thing are going on all over the place.
Yes, sir.
When you keep on a certain neighborhood, seeing, and a man's alright, keep the neighborhood down for a couple of years. Because it's in a 5 years and you come buy that out and terminate domain.
Yes,
it's like certain man come to Jamaica now build highways. You see man come to Jamaica build highway to a certain area. Look like from now in a pure hotel and big business upon them highway there.
Yes,
people
sir.
don't see those things,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
man, the
so
business.
it's a whole bunch of things.
It's a whole bunch of things. It's a whole bunch of things, man.
So when a man come and talk about music or influence you, does music have youth, then we have mental illness and all them things there. There's a lot of youth have ADHD, them can't really think for themselves, they're not rational in certain thinking. Yeah. Yes, the music will make them do certain things. But that them thing that them have to discuss.
Yes,
them
sir.
thing. Just like the doctor the other day, she was talking about how come a medical hospital they have money not to put those. So those are the things you have to put money into the but the man they don't want that to work.
Yeah.
Because they don't want a level player field for the ghetto youth.
Don't forget honest about this thing, my boss.
Honest about it.
All right,
honest about it.
Respect for your input, Burk. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Blessing, the Father.
All right. Burk on top of things, as usual. Once him sell out the stock. Stero King, how's the dentist chair, my boss? How's the dentist chair?
Yeah, the man star. Mr. Tracey, good morning.
I flight Excelsior.
No matter with the foolishness, what I flight Excelsior. No matter with it. Come we don't tell if I'm calling and I say, Maverick, I just 3 baller.
Yeah.
We need a forward.
A fighting team, yeah.
Yeah, but they have a look of fighting spirit, But me tell you, I'm going to see the spider win morning, so.
Okay.
Right? When we reach up there, one of the coach around the team, not football coach,
Yeah.
One of the coach at Excelsior. Coach football, when I look at me and say, Stero, number 10, it's no good.
That a year number 10?
Yeah.
You really said them thing about your ball up on the ear, bro.
Yeah, I just said, I said the coach. The man said number 10 no good. I said it because the team good, Because the team lose, He much more than me.
Yeah.
So if him say so, you have to just work with him. If see ball in a training, you see him how much. And the man even said to me, if I leave it as the team, this man can't win number 10.
Wow.
You get what I say?
Yeah, I get
it. Yeah, and I'm watching for real, Maverick. He want to do too much with the football.
Why, if he's a senior man, that's why I'm getting 10.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah,
you get what I say? But I'll just say, I'm going to watch this Selassie team, But you see, by the coach them have.
Who them have down there?
Linval Dixon, man.
Who they don't have Alice Selassie?
Yeah, man, Linval down there.
Oh, where is it?
But I must have tell you, say, them have a good coach. Yeah, man. Maverick, well, I say, Selassie, they are second round.
A long time, yes.
All right. So this is why I never really come hype it up and say, oh, actually, 2 of them again. You realize the prediction?
Yeah. But them kind of under the radar, because we never have no what them are doing in the first round.
No, I'm not watch them, but I follow them results. Right? And then they don't lose many months this season.
Yeah.
You get what I say? And as we say, coaching help a lot.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what goes on the second leg. Because second leg is about Friday.
So another one love.
One love. So,
where you playing second leg? Where?
I think Stadium East.
Okay.
I think it should be Stadium East.
One love no conclusive.
Yeah, but if you have anybody that score a goal, me in a trouble.
Yeah.
You get me? So that's the problem.
See, Campion get a point off a Charlie there.
All right. And so obviously me scored all of my goals against Campion last month. I can't find one.
All right, bro.
So, we'll see what I go on Friday. Hopefully we can get to watch the game.
All right.
Chelsea now, why? They said that's on stage.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Comfortable.
Yeah, so even though I never really like the 11 yesterday, I never like the formation.
You never, and you know, like how Coventry just scored too.
Yeah, you know, it's the next 5 or 10 games before we get one. Yeah, but we never really like the formation, but I just say you win, we can't even pressure him. I still play one of the wing back and police play one of the wing back, you know.
Sterling.
Yeah, man. Yes, I said it yesterday. I 3 defender alone on the field yesterday at the game, you know.
Yeah.
3 defender. I mean, I said, Jaja. I don't pressure him still in my coach. I mean, just watch and see what goes on.
But I'll find him way, man.
Because remember the first 2 games, you know, I lose and then I draw 1 point from 2. I mean, eventually top the zone. So even I get 6 of the next game, you know, I top the zone, you know. I top the group, I should say. So, we get chance to that.
All the English teams should march on merrily. Tottenham Hotspurs are playing today too. And Liverpool are playing today, so.
So I need to get we saw some big games coming up, you know, so I need to start finally for momentum. But I still think me and even the coach not know the best front three right now. That's why for the time being, you have only for chop and change for the front three. I mean, really know.
Must search for him best.
Yeah. But Abba get one yesterday, I know he missed that. So we have just work with Lucas and brother. Because they will fight, you know. I'm going to have him name already and he make all for money already.
Yeah.
So let's get next one a chance. But look a piece of the music thing, Marvin. All right.
Yeah, take piece of that too.
Take piece of it. Me hear all my people say things, you know. So, you probably think that the music probably influence, not at all, right?
Not to the extreme there. But the man,
yeah?
not at all.
Alright, when Vice Cartel say, straight jeans and fitted, and white teeth.
Then them something normal. A simple decision them there, you know.
No, yeah, but
that's a different thing now. If you got to take up a gun, you know, police are
but I see him influence, you know. I see him influence, you know, Marvin. Yeah, man, I see him influence, man.
No, man.
Yeah, you get me aside.
Stero King. When the man come and say buy Clarks and straight jeans, my boy, that is a simpler decision than the decision.
Simpler decision?
That we got to take up a gun and turn to crime, my boss.
No, I don't think so. It's that simple, Maverick, based on the society we live in.
I understand.
I see most of the... You see most of the... Especially in the today's society, Maverick. But at 2022, you know, we're not about the 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
You see music video, especially music video nowadays, than back in the days, when they look, I'll be right in a music video, Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
You get me? So you can't say a simple decision.
So we may ask you, no man, but the decision to wear a straight decision to wear a straight jeans, my boss, and a Clarks, my boss, is a simple decision compared to the decision to go into a life of crime.
No,
the police are hunting down and your gangster friend them are hunting down, everybody are hunting down. A major decision that, my boss.
No, for me, I don't say that.
No, man, you don't think so?
No.
So it's the same kind of decision. Jeans pants decision and your lifestyle decision are same decision.
I must say, based on what go on in the country, maybe the whole scamming thing, it's not, you know, it's so simple.
All right, my boss.
You get me? I say?
They can't see it.
So if you like cartel say cool like much my face with the cake soap, and a man goes to boom and run with the cake soap, he can say something else, and the next man run with it.
The man say go take up the long something that all up there and him take it up too. Because cartel says so.
He would do it.
Alright.
Because I was a cartel name out there, if you say it, you know, listen to me.
Alright, my boy.
You get me? I say, so I know yet, you just shun it aside as if they music. Music, yeah.
You notice me come this morning and say me want to learn.
You get me? I say, I never plan for trouble. If you realize when I call...
You never plan for trouble?
No, if you realize I call, I'm not supposed to and leave.
Alright, so. We get your input.
Yeah, but you don't sound like you don't put it aside.
The sum total of your thing. The sum total of your thing is that decision and influence are influence. No degree.
No, I said decision. I said based on what go on in the country nowadays. I said decision overall, you know. You get me? I said
based on what go on in the country.
No.
And nothing for you listen to or watch Skilly Bang crocodile teeth video. And decide to see a crocodile teeth him about.
But even recently, I think one of them small island there. Yes, the government will investigate some gun with the pan state. You get me? I said, so that's what I said. Based on what go on in the society. No.
We just want to know.
Yeah, but I said, based on what go on in the society, no, Maverick.
When you to pre the crocodile teeth.
You know, certain things when I have a step on the radio.
Me know you can't say on the radio. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Stero King.
All right.
Appreciate the input. Man says straight jeans and tall up. I same decision, my boy. Me know me resign. Me retire. Me give up. We go for a quick break and come back. Sports Exposure. Soon come. Alright, welcome back. We can't believe a man on WhatsApp before. I said, oh, me say me in the music. I me never know Merciless. Me say me never know Merciless, my boss. What me said to the altar a while ago is that listening to Merciless since his passing, we realize that he can be categorized amongst the elite lyricists in a dancehall space. And before Merciless dead, nobody never talk about Merciless in that regard. Yeah, nobody never have Merciless up in other upness or in other regard. At least they weren't verbalizing it. We never hear it. But since him gone now, you hear it now and more people are saying it now. Boom bang. Where we go now? Explosion segment. Let's listen to the explosion segment.
Welcome to our Explosial segment.
Well, yeah, morning. Radioland producer. Yeah, on fire from Connecticut. Yeah, oral, looking back as you have just saying that, they will try to change your style. Yeah, that is your style. And, let me tell you something. It take me back to Ricardo Powell. You remember, the way that Ricardo Powell started out? Ricardo Powell was taking the ball from half stump, mid and half, and hit it far. Yet they try to change him that he is playing across the line. And what they did, they tried to get him to play straight. And then he started holding out down to long on, long off. Yeah, if you look at Graham Smith would take all the ball from outside half stump and hit them to mid-wicket. And they try to do the same thing with Viv Richards. And sometimes, if these people would allow a batsman to develop their own style, because remember, if you are successful, there's nothing to be changed. But if you are not successful, hence, then you ask for the change. Yeah, this is it, oral. Out.
Morning, Sport Explosion. Morning, oral Tracey. You put on a read my message, them really about me say this. You know, I draw a parallel with what you said about Qatar and how people dress down there and people are violating people them country dress codes and laws. With when they just say why they schedule the World Cup in Australia during the rainy season. You understand me? I say, no, they say all of this to say Qatar should have never get the World Cup. You understand me? If you're going to host a world event, make sure say your place can accommodate different people and different cultures and different way of thinking, because that's what the World Cup is all about. You understand me? So Qatar should never get the World Cup, Bridget, because them things are conducive to proper world integration. You understand me? You go some place and woman can't even wear nothing where go above the ankle. I drew up thing that, Bridget, I mean, know you. Because a man loves to look on the ladies, and you got a Qatar when I go sit down, everything wrap up and I say, yeah, then I look on out.
Oral, morning. You know, boy, when I talk, I don't know better. You know, say, for a long time, I are telling you, say, some of the schools must turn into academies. You can't turn some of the schools, I give them academies, accreditation. You understand? I see it now. We hear say champion of all the schools, champion of what they call an academy attached to their schools, something like that, football academy. And we know say JC FC long time ago, you understand? But now we hear say York Castle, we don't see you call a school a while ago, and say it is attached to academy, to more present academy. I mean, I tell you, man, if I don't take care, man, attach the schools them to academy, brother. And the argument done, brother. I mean, I understand all that seems like it's hard to do, brother. Eh? Come on, man. So school them can attach to academy, brother. You understand me? I say, campaign do it, you know. Campaign have all the schools that do it, brother. Campaign have a sports academy to it, a football academy to it, brother. So it can be done, brother. But I saw me talk and no laugh, brother. See it, you know? Me see how no laugh now.
Alright, Tracey, morning. Producer, big up yourself. It's a government here checking in. Alright, I must agree with you 100%. It's not only the coaches must be beaten. The players have a role to play also. And I'm glad you point that out to the listeners this morning. I really appreciate that. Understand me? But we just want to make you know, so today, we are beat Ajax. Liverpool are beat Ajax. So Dalton Lee and the rest of Liverpool fans, like myself, Oral, and the rest, we are beat Ajax today. We are qualified for round of 16. See me? Big up special one. Big up special one and Chappy IQ, Stitch General, Chucky Star over so. Yeah man. Big up on yourself man. Heads of government out.
That was our Explosial Segment.
Heads of government, so we are dealing with Ajax today. Ajax of Amsterdam, my boss. Alright, 920-2053, 920-6441. Osang.
Yeah, one oral.
One Osang.
Why am I there, man? I want to tell you I'm a 2 phone. I have to use to call you, oral.
You serious?
Yeah, man, because I really want.
So what if you get through on the two of them?
Eh?
What if you get through on the two line? Them?
No, man, I'm not hang up. I'm not jump off of one, man. I don't know anything, man. I just jump off of one, man, but really did want to get email go part on the music thing. You
serious?
Anyway, tell me so. You see goal? I said the goal come give man.
Yeah, man, I see it, man. The Bushy score. I see it, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so how you rate it?
Bad goal, man. Bad goal. It's when though. A back killing.
No, man, no back killing.
Oh, back killing,
man. Yeah, back killing, man. Him say the defender thing him or use him or kick it with him left.
Yes, I'm just using right
foot. So him fake him with him left and just heel it with the right.
Throw him off. Yeah, man. Bad finish, man. Bad finish.
But oral, you see, music where that thing is concerned, oral is secondary. You hear me? I tell you.
Yes, sir.
That's music is not primary, oral.
That's
it's secondary.
Right term you use, my boss.
You understand what I say? I'm going to tell you this, oral. A lot of people don't understand, and I'm going to get this thing confused with that. Oral, let me tell you. Me one of the biggest Spice Cartel fan. Me can tell you that.
Yeah.
You see, when we used today at a spot or where, the man them on the same spot. A cartel man they used to call me Dan. You hear me tell you? Vice cartel. I'm going to tell you this word. I'm going to describe myself to you. Me's a brown you, see? Yeah, you hear me?
Right on cue.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right
on cue, man.
Me's a brown you, see?
Yeah, man.
Me never bleach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a man was say, but you need to bleach because you're brown.
Yeah.
Well, me say brown people bleach.
Yeah, man.
You see me? So, me never bleach it. Me no have on that not even nothing close to tattoo.
But you're a big fan of Vice Cartel.
Big fan of Vice Cartel. Yeah. Never bleach, never have on a tattoo. Me no bore ears. Me no care no ear.
Yeah.
June gone me at 36, see?
Yeah.
And one woman never crossed in my life. One woman in my life. Vice Cartel promote.
Promiscuity.
A bad woman.
Promiscuity. Woman on top of woman.
Yeah. Woman on top of woman.
That means despite being a disciple of cartel.
Vice Cartel.
Nothing in your life where you do.
Yeah.
Cartel influence you do.
Cartel influence it done. Not at all. Are you not say? Osang my name. No people right now have been in my community who are listening can tell you me done.
Yeah,
no, not in my community. You see me?
Yeah, man.
But me they know me is a huge fan of the man.
Yeah, man.
You see me?
Yeah, man.
Alright, now tell you this again, oral. The 2 gun them never hold in my life, oral.
Yeah.
A 2 youth from like inner city push it for me.
Alright, sir.
The first one was a night. A man called me out of one of my favorite spots. I don't know me a racehorse people.
Yeah, man.
So me always the ass ground.
Yeah.
And that my passionate born, and that me love me.
Yeah, man. You're a thing.
You understand me? I say my thing that. And one of my brethren called me out. And the man push a gun like to my waist, like he want to push it to my wallet.
So hold it.
So when I realize it's a steal, he want to push from my world, I push it back to him.
Yeah.
And them say, yo, what you do, Jackie?
Yeah.
So yo, me not depend them thing they done.
Yeah.
The second gun where a man put in my lap, and me there when the first yard, where basically me growing up.
Yeah.
I sit on the veranda and the youth carry a thing, and the man put it in my lap, world.
Yeah.
Oral, me intelligent enough to tell the man, say, yo, you are going to done, take up that.
Yeah, man.
Me say, me not take it up even myself, you know, work, and my freak now go on that, you know.
Yeah, my boss.
Yeah, me tell him, say, yo, if you take up that off on me, me done.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? I say?
That have nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
That have nothing to do with music.
Nothing. You tell you see.
More you get introduced to gun like that, my boss.
Yeah.
Any youth to get introduced to gun by music.
Yeah. I'm telling you. You see you them will get influenced by music certainly. They have music them we have sing oral.
Yeah.
Oral and the youth them were done in enough space there already.
Me tell the man them from day one, brother.
Oral, listen up.
That's what me tell them from day one, you know. The man them in the space already, you know.
Listen up. Yeah. Cartel say, listen man. Cartel say Clark, him say cake soap, him say straight jeans.
Yeah.
Zin? Cartel me real straight jeans. Cartel me. Listen up, you see when Cartel say cake soap, because we are 80s youth, you know, we are 86 youth, you know. You see when Cartel say cake soap, youth use cake soap long before Cartel say.
Long time.
Zin? So when Cartel say cake soap, me never use a cake soap. Because me know youth use cake soap before Cartel say cake soap. You see me? So, yes, so when you try to tell the people, them say, yo, listen up.
Brilliant.
Yes, listen. Music, listen up. The youth, them were basically influenced by the youth, them were influenced by music through the gun me done. And the youth, them were basically in a space for a long time.
Don't talk to them.
Hold on, let me tell you this. You see my baddest Cartel song?
Yeah.
Cartel have one song when called Clappy. Me see a bag of man a circle, so me happy. Say to myself, I waste too much of them, I go me happy. Push away your zinc, rise up. Hold on, me tell you that. Me listen to that. Me will listen to that, but no till the morning. And oral, me not push with nothing.
What a real Gaza. Gaza, baby, listen up.
Hey, oral, listen up. Me not push with nothing.
Yes, sir.
But me tell you why me la youth. This one is a Cartel. When me listen to Cartel oral, the man make me feel like me can do anything in a life.
In a life.
Oh, the man great musically.
All right.
The man make me feel like I can DJ as an artist.
All right, sir.
So that's why me I tell you, say, yo, you see anybody when in a space there, the violent space world and ear vice Cartel, them are gonna be influenced.
Hey, this is my close.
So
you see your testimony. I'm a closing argument on that.
And then world my people not
done with them. You see after you done, with them, Osang, me done with them on argument.
Them no sense. Me done. World, me tell you. Listen, world, me tell you this. Listen this.
Yeah.
I'm on this today at 26 October. And that's why I tell you, I use my 2 phones to get you. Because more you date no call. Because I'm not saying more saying no.
Yeah, man.
Because listen, one of my best caller, which is the youth name, when you call him Box Food.
Yeah.
Because I read Pioneer Box Food, a whole heap of man.
Yeah.
You see me? Because we can know to them youth there, them come from a ghetto. You see me?
Yeah.
The youth is about Chelsea. My 86, my 80th man too.
Yeah.
You see me? The youth name, when you call him Potter, you see, rate them man because you cannot say you're the man they come from the same space.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? I say? So that me I try to tell you oral, smart no call it because oral, listen. We have a lot of things to say that brother, we are going to move people.
A brilliant.
Brilliant. We are going to move. And listen, it's just because me as a man, me I put everything together and all of my evidence and I build my case as much as possible when me I come to you.
Yes,
so
sir.
Equip.
Well, you did brilliant. You did brilliant. You have
man of Jamaica same way. We still say one woman. We love woman, but we never cross another woman from the band.
What?
You understand me? I say I'm 36.
Well,
so a man just a call
girl come get you know.
Yeah, listen up. Listen up. Alright, what is the world? A man gonna say, yo, watch it. Listen up. Yeah. A man alright, what is the world? Listen up. A man gonna say, me no rich world, but me no broke.
Yeah.
And me a drive, so me have things to attract woman. You understand me? I say, so here we go on. We no fear, and that's not our objective, madam.
You have your own value system, boss.
This is my purpose. Me I try finding the earth. I'm never tell you this. This is one of my purpose, oral, is to help you and bust you.
Yeah, man.
I'm never tell you this. You see a man who pick up some youth and camp on a construction site.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, help youth, yeah. But one twin man will basically take up a youth and I take up all him son and I say, yo, here we go on. Me help you send your son to school.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say?
Yeah.
That I real help to you.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say?
Yeah.
A man who will take you on a care on a construction site and probably give some work. Brother, me can tell you that. Him have to use you because without you there is no him.
Yes, sir.
You understand me, brother?
Yes, sir.
So you have to understand the thing, brother. I'm going to tell you something, call it, but I want to give back somebody a chance.
Respect,
so big up yourself. Yeah.
Closing argument is big up yourself, Osang. Your rating's gone up, my boss. The major point when the man make this, the major point when the man make, when me try and make for the past 3 weeks. You see the man them. This is when they concede to the bridge when I tell you earlier. the main point where the man make, where the opposite of where Pioneer them I say. The man them will gravitate towards gangster music. A man them will in a gangster rhythm already. The man them where we see a live through the gangster thing. A man will in a gangsterism already. Our man there on the line, talk on the line.
Man. Rest in peace to Merciless, you know.
Yeah, man, Merciless. Yeah, you rate him too, no? You rate him.
When I'm eventually meet him down a lot of, you know.
Yeah, man, him very, him bad.
Sorry, dad.
Him bad, so.
Him bad from freestyle and them things. You have some man that write some lyrics and everything.
Yeah.
But Merciless bad from freestyle.
He's very creative too, man. I want to put him words them together, you know.
Yeah, man, I see a man do an interview at the speak all kind of manner of skills about Merciless. You know, me take away general strike from that. You know, I rate it. Never like that. You don't speak ill of the dead like
that. Yeah.
In a way that never necessary for him to happen.
Never have to go on the way that too.
Yeah, man.
That's what killer work, you know.
He's demoted to try.
Southie.
Yeah,
the line kind of. The line still. You come off for the. Come off for speaker. You're the speaker. All right, go and talk again. Me hear you now.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I want to read that. Music cause crime and music is an influence.
A whole part thing we are debate, man.
Some of the music.
A whole part thing we are debate, man. To me, Osang close the case a while ago.
No, man, him argument.
Osang basically say what me I say now.
A man just agree. A man just needs to agree with you to get the tax and cause you.
No, him break it down.
Where am I say me could have easily lick everything.
Him break it down, me I try break it down.
Man, everything where him I say. Cause one and him I say, the people, the youth, them with the music influence, which is what Pioneer says, influence of people, you know.
Yeah.
So him all agree with Pioneer and then I say,
no, man.
Disagree. You know, say them in that space they already.
No, when Pioneer is fundamentally different, you know.
But
Pioneer argues say music push people to go do the thing them.
Another thing, when Pioneer say play the music at the party, he say the man them start fire shot. So me I tell Burk say, Burk never say, Pioneer never say when he play the music, it make the man them have gun, you know. Him say it make the man them start bust shot.
Yeah.
So when Burk say the man them don't have gun already, a different time.
So when them have gun for do?
Then the man say some of them are legal firearm, some of them are police.
Yeah, me know. Legal or no legal, what them have gun for do?
When Burk come a counteract Pioneer argument, the man them don't have them argument.
So when
already, I never that Pioneer.
So what is the fundamental issue? So what is the fundamental issue? Having the gun or busting the gun?
Oh yeah, man. Pioneer said the man them start for some shot. Pioneer never said the music made the man get the gun.
Well, is that the music made them have the gun?
But the brother said when they listen claps.
Yeah.
He got to play that him can do anything. But saying that the music can make him do what after that saying. And that's what I'm saying.
You have the line, man. Yeah, he said the music make him feel like he can do anything in life, like it inspired.
All the next kind of the same class music. I feel like he can do anything based on that music. The one that makes him do anything.
Yeah. You mean it's all the music?
No, man. When a man come and say, oh, me the man sing go gun, but you make me.
When the man say, what I get from what he was saying, you know, when the man say Cartel's music make him feel like he can do anything, he never talk negative, you know. He might talk about the inspirational value to make himself as
yes. He might talk about the music, he might talk about the one that inspire him.
Right.
Positive.
Right.
But what about the next you? In the place where you have a next you, not the one them that know that in the follow. In the place where you have some youth problem, you have a follow no one.
Well,
I'm not just coming and tell you about themselves. Like when I'm
no man, they who if you tell me about? No, but the man come from what's out to the man that come from a space where him is a bigger, him a proposed to be a bigger Vibes Cartel fan than the average fan. And that the man that tell me now. And there's a space him a come from. The man said there's no
music and it make me kill. Alright, it make you kill. It's like you talk about a pastor in a church.
They know the content.
Don't influence me. If you ask because the pastor can't influence me, me have to say, the pastor say AYC, it don't influence me.
No, man, they know the content. I spoke about that content for the other people, you know. Everybody feel like them bright enough and smart enough to make right.
No,
but I said, come on, don't bright enough to do it.
What is the purpose of people coming to you and telling you that them hear certain things and it not influence them? It's not the same thing like a man preaching at church.
Right.
And make you say what he's saying does not influence me. Doesn't make it no influence other people.
So we are the people who are calling us the people them in. But me want some of the people them are calling. No, I am answering you. I want some of the people them where the music influence to call and tell me how it influenced them.
No, but that's
me want hear from them too. Me want hear from them too. No, but I care about that. For the balance. For balance.
I am the one making a call. I am speak to what I am saying.
No.
If a man call your radio station.
Yes, sir.
If a man call your radio station and he says to you.
Yes.
Me hear the man them sing about gun and
it don't influence me. Yeah.
Does not mean it might not influence the next you.
Right. No, but me want. But I am positing that I don't know. But listen, well, let me answer you, my boss. Yes, the question, let me answer you. But no, it's not a yes or no. You can't tell me if you answer. I am positing, my boss, that no man can not come in here and come tell me about no musician make them do no. I'm the man that call and I tell you where the music don't influence them to go. Alright, now throw this out. You see all of the youth them out there where music influence them to do things. We want to look at them. So what do you want them this? So Southie. When the man them agreed with me, if I argue with them. Alright, my boss, the show done. The show done, we can't hear your call on the show. The show done. The man want me argue with the people that will agree with me. Me don't understand this man now. The man want me argue and disagree with somebody who me agree with. Southie, you know make no sense, me man. We go for it's a 22-hour break we are going for now. We are going for a 22-hour break. Sports, that's it, you know. We're out of here until tomorrow. Liverpool later. We assume some more World Cup cricket later. Once again later again. More NBA. See if LeBron can win a game. I hope Lakers are playing tonight. Well, for sure, West Indies not playing tonight. Alright, we'll be back here tomorrow morning to pick it up the high IQ, high stimulus program, you know. Yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow morning to pick it up all over again. Until then, this has been the Big Bad Sports Explosion. Oh.